6:13 on this Friday morning. You know, feeling good at work is important, right? If you don't feel your best, well, you're not going to work your best. Simple as that.
Yeah, and even if you love your job, it can be easy to get overextended. So how do you juggle everything life throws at you?
Yep.
Dr. Kimberly Van Buren from Balancing Act Life Management Services joins us now to talk about that. And
good morning.
Good morning.
I think everybody at some point, whether it lasts, you know, an hour, a day, a week, a month, whatever, everybody deals with this.
Absolutely. I think that stressors, they go unmanaged so often, and that's what leads to burnout, right? So a stressor can be anything that causes physical or emotional change for us. And if we don't handle that, it leads to burnout.
Well, here's what's crazy, right? This is just one of those things that I think happens. You don't even realize it until it's too late. But it is avoidable, according to you. So with kids, especially now back in classes, parents are super busy. It's easy to get burned out between work and school and everything. What kind of things can actually cause that? What can we focus on?
We can focus on, I know for me, when I work with clients, we work on the 6 primary life areas: mood, relationships, productivity, schedule, health, and sleep, right? So we focus on those 6 main areas, and if obviously our life has more areas than that, but if all of those are aligned, it tends to spread through the rest of our lives and keep us all balanced.
I would think, and this, it probably this time of year, this happens more with women, because I'll admit my wife takes care of the house, takes care of the kids, does all of this, and going back to school has to be an incredibly stressful time.
It is very stressful for the parents and the kids. You know, like you said, women more likely than men, but men get stressed out too with back to school. I think too, the misconception about burnout is that it's only bad things that cause us stress. There are other kinds of stressors that are actually positive, but over time they can lead to burnout too.
Give us an example.
Having a baby, stressful.
Okay,
right?
makes sense.
Getting married, stressful, but ultimately positive. Getting a new job, all of these things are stressful, but you know, it's a positive kind of stress. Buying a house, but if you have too many of those things over time without having any coping skills, then that can also lead to burnout.
And children can also be impacted just as much.
Absolutely, because if I'm not at my best, then it just makes sense that my children will be affected by it.
One of the big things that I think too is economically. You know, the struggle right now, regardless of what the numbers say, inflation is through the roof. That's got to add to financial stress is just ridiculous.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, financial stress, emotional stress, so many things going on around us. Even if it doesn't directly affect you, we're all part of this community. So, you know, it is affecting us. And like you said, economically, you know, we can go to any grocery store and be affected by the time we come out because you've bought 3 things and it's $100.
Right, right, which happens more often than not nowadays.
Yes.
Okay, how do we reset?
We can reset by really working with a professional, or, you know, and taking like a course. We have a course this weekend, a master class. It is free, and you work on the 5-step model of burnout prevention, which I actually went through a period of burnout myself, and so I created this model in order to help myself. Step 1 is assess. Step 2 is identify. 3, you're going to prioritize the things that you've identified. You're going to set up a plan, number 4, and 5, you're going to commit.
All right, let's do this. Let's give you a little plug here. How do they get a hold of you if they want to
Get
take
a hold
part in
of
the
me,
seminar?
scan the QR code that will be up, there you go, scan
There you
that QR code. It will go right to Eventbrite to get your ticket for this Sunday. It's at 5 o'clock in the evening. It's online, be easy for everyone to assess, and if not, you could go follow me on socials at Balancing Act.
Well, Dr. Van Buren, I got to say, so good information and definitely a great reminder before it's too late. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
this
always a
morning.
pleasure
Good
to see you.
Good to
Thank
see
you.
you guys.